Hello YouTube viewers, welcome to my channel Science to Technology. I hope audio and video is working perfectly this time, and I'm waiting for incognito window to give me a feedback that it is working. After that we'll start covering topics, so let's just see. As of now, I think all things are functional. Okay, so let's get started. So there are minor news in my life. Now, the news that I'm talking about, as one commenter already said, now sir, you are free from the sin, and as your court case is over. So basically the case, the pipeline of court case in India is that first you file a case that goes into district court. You do boom, boom, boom with each other. After that, either one party wins or one party wins. After that, if the loser party is not happy with the decision, they can file a complaint and go to High Court. That happened. Basically, I won the decision. Basically, there were three cases. All three cases were over, let's just say last date was August 2025, the end, district court level is done. Now, because there were three cases, they are all wrapped up in different time frames. So basically, the second case, the case that was over in 2024, August 2024, the opponent was not happy with the decision. Opponent went to High Court, Ranchi High Court. So I also had to went there and fight. Thankfully, this week, as in almost a year after the, calculate how long it is from August 2024 to now. Basically, on March 2026, I got a decision from High Court, like a freaking 40-page documentation. So, even though it's a big, I double printed it and all that, it's a big, thick document, but you have to understand fundamentally all it is just like a paragraph what judges are doing, and thousands of reasons why they're justifying it, or previous judgment, so to say. So half of the pages are oh, in 2008 we had this judgment, in 2005 we did this, 1988. So there are a lot of those sort of ancient so we have a case from 2003, another case from, I should highlight it, 2007, 2012. So basically, why court is giving the judgment, and be mindful, I'm pretty sure half of this is directly from the what you call district court. So High Court was just after going through 1 year of time, lot of money and all that jazz, they have realized that there is no what we call, hold on, let me read one line of the judgment. On the basis of discussion made here in above, this court is of the view that applicant has failed to establish the element of perversity in the impugned judgment. As such, the instant appeal deserves to be dismissed. Accordingly, instant appeal fails and is dismissed. If you know what this word means, perversity. Perversity? Basically, I think there was no perversion in that. So basically, while they did all the hassle and all that, but there was no meat in the bones, so to say. So a court has dismissed it. Thankfully, there was no penalty, financial penalty on me on this time. So it's done. Now what? Well, one chapter is over. So basically, each case can only have 3 ladders: district court, High Court, Supreme Court. So one case we are not doing anything. That's over. That's wrapped up, the end, financial penalty for life, so to say. Second, this one. Again, I won. This was filed by me, by the way. I won in August 2024. Now I have won again in March 2026. So far, all things considered, the only option now the opponent has is go to Supreme Court. I do not know whether they're gonna be that vindictive or not, because at some point you have to realize it's the time. And again, Supreme Court takes sweet amount of time, bonkersly long amount of time, even if they are willing to negotiate into it, or worst case scenario, it goes through. Because again, if 2 of the lower court gives exactly the same judgment, Supreme Court rarely overturns it. Because again, you have to understand, if Supreme Court starts to overturn judgments every time, what's the point? Everybody will keep starting to flow upwards. So now I have a bit of relief in that chapter. again, I'm too burnt, too tired, so my mind is not enjoying it. It's like, okay, this is a victory, like actually a big statement, but I'm like just too burnt from it. Now, what about the third case that was just wrapped up, August 2025? That case, because there was magistrate at the bench, so to say, the case cannot directly jump to High Court. It has to go through same district court, but inside this time under a judge rather than magistrate. Legal procedure, blah blah blah. But they have to do that. So that is going on right now. So that's the only active case left. Now, what will they do? I do not know. I have a feeling, again, knock on wood, I have a feeling that district court will not overthrow its own judgment. And not to mention, it was not rushed case. Like, they took their sweet time. So it's not a rushed judgment where it's like, oh, you rushed it or this evidence was not provided. No, they took their sweet time. Heck, the judgment that came out was like what? Like 40 pages or something, like beefy documentation. So let's see. And again, after that, what will they do? I do not know. They might decide to go to High Court, and again, this one to Supreme Court. So basically, now there are three possible columns left. Escalation of the one case into Supreme Court, escalation of the lost case into High Court, and then again, escalation from there to Supreme Court. So, like, see, that's the whole point. My brain is so burnt. Only thing I'm thinking is what's next. Like, I'm not even able to enjoy this moment, so to say. So that's the tragic part of it. I'm so happy for your new brother. Happy any update on Starship and what happened with NASA moon mission? Yeah, video on that is coming soon, and you have to understand that NASA did not had any actual idea, actual plan what the hell they're gonna do. Now, any Tom, Dick, and Harry who understands what you call Elon Musk weed, they knew that Elon Musk was making promises that he could not, under known science, could have delivered it, like flat out, not under the timeline. Now, again, sometimes time does not matter, right? It's like, it's a thing, do it, who cares? But sometimes it's a race. At that point in time, time matters the most. What is the timeline here? Land before 2030. Can they do that? Right now? No. No. Like, we are in 2026 at this point in time, and SpaceX have yet to deploy payload using Starship into low Earth orbit. Yeah, that's not happening. Now, this new guy, the new guy named Jarek, right? Jarek Altman, I think. Damn, I forgot. What is his name? The new guy, basically, the recent guy. He had understanding that is like, why the heck we are buying Starship? And again, why the heck we have only one system? And we need something that is far more what you call ready now. So Blue Origin won the second system. And again, while Blue Origin rocket is far more conservative, it's far more logical that you could, in principle, hoping you could deliver this before 2030 deadline. That's the deadline. You must have ass on the moon before 2030. That can only be done with basically Blue Origin's pipeline, because while it sounds easy that you're just gonna refuel it, refueling can only work if it's one refuel. Meaning, you launch the stuff, it's empty, now you launch another refueler, you refuel it, done, go home, awesome. Anything other than that, yeah, you're smoking Elon weed. So let's see how that unfolds. Laser can beat the hypersonic missile. In principle, of course, but problem is right now we do not have laser that has that kind of output. Laser has only one limitation, power. Meaning, if you have tens of kilowatt, right? Let's say 10 kilowatt, 20 kilowatt, those sort of thing, you are more than good enough to destroy all the drones. You're like, okay, what if I cover the drone with water jelly and all that? Here's deal. No computer programmer will program to hit drone body. Nobody does that. Why? You could do something to defend it. Here's the deal. What they hit is the propeller. Propeller has to be lightweight. Propeller has to be aerodynamic. So you cannot change it. So consequence of that is propeller going kaput is much easier than drone. So they can handle swarm. So that's like 10 plus kilowatt. Okay, cool, awesome. You can buy it, you can make it, who cares? 100 kilowatt, that is what Israel is using right now, ion beam. Now, 100 kilowatt gives you a bit of a wiggle room. So instead of 2-3 kilometers, you have like 5 to 7 kilometers or even 10 kilometers in good days, where you can boom some heavier puppies like rockets, artillery. So you can take down some heavy things. Once you go to 1 megawatt, now you can really punch through like kilometers. Now you're talking about like not few kilometers. You can like hit something kilometers away. Tens of megawatt. Yeah, at this point in time, like almost nothing exists that's like, yeah, I'm gonna boom this. It's like, bro, done. The end. Go home. So It's just energy problem. It's like, what about weather and all? All of those have the exact same answer. Increase the power. So the first country that deploys 1 megawatt class, laser. And be mindful, we may not even need that. This, like, everybody was like, oh, what if you overwhelm it? It's like, tell me one defense system that exists in universe that cannot be overwhelmed. Everything can be overwhelmed. The question with the economics of it is like, it should not be cheap for you. Meaning, if you can overwhelm my system with, let's just say, 10 cheap stuff, it's very bad for me. But if you can overwhelm my stuff with 100 cheap stuff, now it's no longer as cheap as you would think. So that's the whole point of laser right now, current deployment. And even the small ones, let's just say tens of kilowatt, they still have more than enough power. First, blinding the drones. So even if they are like, using fiber optic, you can blind the drone. So accuracy will go kaput. Second, you can kaput the propellers without too much hassle. Kaput. So you can do enough damage, and those won't be too expensive, and you can have like tens of them per airport. So can cheap drones still harm you? Yes, but it won't be like, oh, 5 drone, 500 drone. No. Now you need thousands if you have like a battle grid of it. So that's the whole point, the balancing act, so to say. Basically, they are trying to fix the asymmetry, so to say. Toaster wife, thick justice. Yeah, it takes its sweet time, man. This old which lab is good for all countries should learn lesson from Iran-US war. Of course, definitely. Is there any advantage compression ignition petrol engine over spark plug ignition? On paper, yes, but I have, again, since I am working with engine and I am forced to go through all this documentation, reality is underwhelming, not because like it can't be done, it's just that there are so much more you can do with an engine. Like, for example, either work on making this magical engine or just use a normal electric vehicle, shrink the battery, have a range extender. Because at that point in time, engine will stay in the BSFC sweet island and you will have much better efficiency anyway. So, like, I get the idea. And again, engineers get the idea. It's just that there are so many other ways to get more out of it. It's like, it's not really worth it. Like, it sounds good. It's just not that good, so to say. So what about your nephew whose car got faulty? Not nephew, cousin, not nephew. Car got faulty. How long oil left for us with current consumption? Few hundred years. Although planet will not last here. If we keep burning and if keep CO2, ppm is right now we are touching what, 600. If it keeps going to like 1000 to 2000, we're gonna be fried anyway. And again, what do I mean by fried? I mean deep fried, meaning we will not be able to grow crops on land. Crops failure will happen, and that's how we will kaput ourselves. So, propeller can be coated with thin layers of silver reflector. Then. No. Laser reflection does not work that way. Again, we have put like, just go to your nearest laser cutter and shop and put a mirror there. Whatever mirror you want. Like, if it's infrared, put a gold mirror. Try that. It does not work that way, man. And again, even a speck of dust will kaput it. And again, you can, like, now, are you actually gonna coat, like, and again, it's not nano coating, as in like it has to be equivalently thick layer, as in like 5 atoms thick everywhere. It cannot be 6 atom, because where it has that high altitude, it will cause diffraction and kaput the system. It's, again, we used to use gold mirrors in CO2 lasers back in the days. Now people don't use it. We use fiber laser now. And again, that used to use mirror, but it has to be perfectly clean, perfectly. Even a small dust speck kaput, and that was hundreds of watt, maybe a kilowatt, not 100 kilowatt or even 10 kilowatt. So that's the whole point. Don't say kaput, sounds sharp and cringe. Yeah, don't watch my channel. Is India ecosystem bad because of bureaucracy? No, it's bad because of cowardice. Like, for example, I've been saying this, if you have watched my channel, I've been saying this for like 8 years at this point in time. The only way India can have independence if we do seaweed biofuel. Now, are there problems with seaweed biofuel? Of course there are. But here's the deal. So is the problem with everything else. And again, I do not get this Indian mindset where it's like, oh, we're not going to do that because it's going to consume so much land, sea area, it's going to have so much work, we have to do this and that. It's like, okay, cool, fine, awesome. Why you are bitching when you are being enslaved by someone who is producing it? Why? It's like you have option, either work hard, create a solution, and then have freedom, or shut up and bend over. Why you're bitching? Like, I genuinely don't get this idea. It's like, we know this, like there is no alternative. There is nothing on science on earth that can give you the same oomph as seaweed biofuel. Why? Because, oh, what if we do ethanol? It's like, yeah, you're gonna run out of farming land if you try to do that. And again, you can see real world example how badly America effed itself. Why do you think food in America is so expensive? Everybody is planting corn. Why? Ethanol brain damage. And again, now they are trying to undo it because again, it's causing more pollution. It's like, we can't undo it because again, we effed the land, we effed the farmers for almost a decade or so, where it's like corn, 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 corn. It's like now they are stuck. Same as Brazil, Shiv deleted the whole, what you call green forest just so sugarcane, sugarcane, sugarcane. It's like, on paper it sounds great. It's just like, we've been through this. Like, we know the science. We've known this science since oil embargo, that there is only one way where you can feed a growing civilization's energy consumption, is that if you directly convert solar energy into chemical energy. That will require two things: surface area and basically water. You cannot provide enough fresh water if you want to do this with algae, let alone the surface area that is needed. If I ask you 10,000 square kilometer on land, you can't give me that. If I ask 10,000 square kilometer on sea, that's like, look into India's economic zone. Heck, don't even look into India's sea economic zone. Look into India's border, that is like national border. Like, if you are in that water, you are in India, that has more than enough surface area. I'm not even going into economic zone, just that border. And we have so much surface area. We can do that, but like, oh, but that will require work, that will require actual brain utilization. We have to actually use our colleges, after universities and all that. It's like, okay, do it. And now you can't copy paste something, actually do it. It's like, oh, but it's so much work. Then shut up, bend over and quietly get effed. It's like, what the hell? It's like, that really bothers me. It's like, that's always the same point. Future Friday video is on this exact topic and how we can fix some part of it at least. So that is there. Sky Cool paint on water bottle is a blessing for people who work out in the hot sun. No, it needs to be something bigger than that. Like, in small area, it won't do anything. It's not that effective. Like, again, Syntax water tanks. Again, I have a video on that in my Discord. You can see that it works. It's amazing. And again, they took that video there and sharing in their site also. So fundamentally, it's, if we really go YOLO on it, like really go YOLO. And again, I am in talks with them for making a test jig so we can validate how effective the cooling is. If we do that, and let's say India really becomes smart and it's like, okay, and again, I do not want GAN school only, I want like multiple option. But right now, GAN school is the only one that came to PTRC. So do that. And then we have a scenario where it's like, okay, India at least in summer can be like, hey, sun, Suryadev, don't give your love. Like, we reject your love. We bypass your love. And then, again, it will have massive impact. Like the heat island effect we can suppress, and it will have amazing results if we do that. So that is there. My younger brother's college has quantum computer labs, but no basic CNC machine present. Yeah, it's we have too much attraction to young, shiny things rather than like actual base. Like, this is one thing that China figured out very early on, or they were forced to. They had to build the tech tree from ground up, and they have a tech tree. What we have, India, is zero, absolute zero, like nothing, shunya, nothing, GG, nothing. Like nothing. We can't make steel without Western parts or Chinese parts, because again, how the heck do you think the furnace runs? It has control electronics. Where is that electronics coming from? Fundamentally, and again, we do not even have analog to fall back on because we never developed it. So that's the whole point. American contradiction is real, if you know what I mean. Yeah, it's a double truth there. Would this war change the world power to China or maybe Russia? Are you trying to rage bait some content? What do you think missing link will have been IRGC to not fall? It's, IRGC has already fallen. See, here's the for killing a god, you just need to make sure the god bleeds. They did that. IRGC is bleeds. Now, how they're gonna take care of the situation? Because again, when you're talking about Venezuela, it's far more rational agents, where it's like, hey, I do not want to be boomed. So taking Maduro gets the job rolling. But here you are talking about zealots, religious zealot. One person who evacuated from Iran and went to some other country, and he had like a very amazing line. Anytime you oppose the government, like government is doing something bad and like just effing the people, you oppose it, they classify you as enemy of God, and then they kill you, and then they get orgasm from it. Because again, that's absolute orgasm, where it's like, I'm slaughtering these people, I'm doing the God's work. It's like ultimate orgasm. So that's why there is no point of protesting. So how do you break this sort of people? Well, you don't. You delete them. So what is the procedure of deleting them? Well, first hit them where it hurts. You take out the head of it. Now, why does that matter? Symbolism. This sort of religious doctrine requires symbolism. Without symbolism, it does not work. You kaput that. Kaput it again. Do it enough time, which again, I do not know whether the second one has been kaput yet or not, but you keep doing that. That's why Israel has said, like, we gonna kaput your second one. Like, it does not matter. We gonna do it. It has to happen. So that's the first thing. It breaks the symbolism. Second, you break the reality of it. Meaning, while there are few people who are willing to die in this orgasmic battle, most are not. Most are like, hey, I'm here just to enjoy, shoot, armless people, and then just become rich. So how do you stop that? Well, now we are getting interesting. Now you just say, hey, what about your bank? What if your bank goes kaboom? What if we create a scenario where you boom boom with every other Gulf nation, which are directly your financial backbone? Meaning, if UAE picks up the phone and, hey, shut down all their banks, they can't do that. They can't do that. So how do you make sure? How do you incentivize that this happens? Well, make sure Israel and USA goes boom boom, and Iran, they can't actually do anything. So they're like, okay, we're gonna attack everybody. It's like, we're gonna attack Burj Khalifa. I'm like, So that's how you do that. So the game, again, we are at 50% mark of this game. I have said it from day one, it will last a month minimum, and we are at second week. So wait patiently for 2 more weeks, then we'll have far more, clear picture. Because again, IRGC is just a normal system. And again, then why didn't it work in Afghanistan and all that? Here's the deal. This is one thing you learned from that engagement. They did not successfully manage to cut the funding. They were going into Pakistan, getting rearmed, coming back. That was the biggest, dumbest WTF America ever did. It's like, are you actually telling me that Americans came together? It's like, you know what? Which country we should trust? We should trust Pakistan. I'm like, bruh, who was selling you the joint? That was not good joint. So this time, and again, that's why Russia is already preoccupied. That's why they are not doing anything. Venezuela could have helped. That's why they are done that. China works for money. You do not have money. So that's how they are taking care of that situation. I think Islam is the only solution for feminism. Agreed or not? See, it's one solution. There are many, many solutions, but it's just one solution. 10 megawatt turbine shown held by a woman in China was real. If yes, what RPM it produces that much power? Oh, no, it's not American photo. Chinese did not share any photo of that. Like that, the background photo I have, that's the, in my thumbnail, that's the only photo that they have actually shared. There is no image of the, that's why I said, like, nobody has talked about, does it have a gearbox, or does it have, VFD. Nobody shared about that. Now, the image that I've shown, that woman holding that 10 megawatt system, that is in America. I am working with them indirectly. Basically, the venture capitalist that I'm working with, Scale, the one who organizes the Scale conference, the one who is like Spectrum Impact, they are invested into that. So I do have direct data on them, all that. So that was, I have shared. It's like very high RPM, like 10,000 to 15,000 or something like that. And they have gearbox to reduce the RPM. So they're directly connecting normal generators, so to say. India already plants seaweed for pharma. No, that's very small, very small. That's like chump change kind of small. And again, India has to do break the chicken and egg cycle. Basically, they have to say, we're gonna buy it, you make it. Does not matter what's the cost, you're gonna make it, we're gonna buy it. It has to happen. It's like Indigo has to say, commit to it, that we're gonna fly, or we're gonna buy at least this much. Like, we're gonna buy it. Like, you have to make it and we're gonna buy it. And it's almost like how we are burning 10,000 crore for electric vehicle brain damage. Same thing you can do here. It's like, hey, we're gonna buy it And again, this time it's far more logical because again, it's your independence. You can afford to pay more. And it's like, oh, it's going to be expensive. Of course it will be. But here's the deal. That expensive is almost like how freedom fighter fights. They are very exposed to the risk. They could just ignore it. But again, their children will suffer that consequences. So India can make that decision. It's like, okay, we're going to suffer it today, so we can have a better tomorrow. And because we are developing technology, we're going to print some money. Or we can just bend over. So that's the whole point. What if you fix breaking water taps? Breaking water taps in India land? Eh? How do you fix breaking water taps table? Oh, breaking water table. I have already made a detailed video on that. It's not that difficult. Thankfully, we have monsoon, so it's not that difficult. Will IIT graduates also be effed by AI because IIT is the best college? Dude, they have already horrible track record. Like 30% have zero employment, 80% does not have engineering employment. Where have you been? They are worst off, man. I don't want to do a job. What to do? Do business, become influencer, whatever have you. There are a lot of options. See, again, if you want to lay in bed and just rot, then you have no option. If you don't want to do a job, fine, awesome. Do a job for 1 year. Why? Well, again, you will learn. You will get that oomph, the kick in the ass. Again, I also did it. And again, I would not have been able to run my YouTube channel if I had not that grinding experience of 2.5 years in job. And again, I would urge everyone to do a job. Any field, do a job. Like get your ass kicked, then you're like, oh, that's how the world actually works. So all of those things allow you to truly grow. Nora Vincent, author of Self-Made Man, took her life. Yeah, that it's an ancient thing for me, ancient news for me. Hello, bhai. Hello to you. Okay, Governor Wissam sir became governor or vice president. I do not know. I don't think he became anything. Governor maybe, vice president no. No, they don't trust Pakistan over India. Actually, they can manipulate them easily. No. See, that's where they messed up. That's where they messed up. They did not like see if they really understood Pakistan, they would have been like, okay, we're gonna go to Afghanistan, but we'll go from Pakistan side, not the Iraq side. We're gonna go from we're gonna make sure the border is reinforced, and then we're gonna slowly take care of the situation. And again, they really should have paid attention to the cultural norm because again, while people wanted to support them, but once you start to destroy a mosque and all that, it's like, ooh. So that is there. So you are becoming a richer day by the paneer roll every day. Not there yet, but someday. What is the efficiency of mixer grinder motor? Unknown question because I do not know which motor is there. It could be universal motor, it could be induction motor, it could be BLDC motor or atom burger. So question cannot be answered. Johnson was the main CIA officer who told Pakistan he also was tracking terrorism. Pakistan, he told almost all terrorists hid in Pakistan from Gaza. He counter many. Yeah. What's your thoughts on GMO seeds? Directly threatens our only dependency way to survive. No. See, I used to think that GMO was necessary, but then I realized why it has become necessary. Is that because we are not doing healthy soil farming? I have made full detailed video, and again, more. I have to say that healthy soil farming requires you to do a few things. First, zero-till farming. Second, basically cover crops. Third, crop rotation. If you do these three things and do it well, again, it replaces the load from horsepower to brain power, meaning you have to study the soil. You cannot just like, okay, let's just this cover crop works in MP, it will not work in Bihar. So you have to find different cover crops based on the location. And again, even in those what you call portfolio catalog of cover crops, it has to be selected. Okay, my land is too dry, I use this, or my land is too compacted, I need to have cover crop that has roots that can burrow deep. So it does change the equation from horsepower to brain power. That's the penalty. Result, in 10 years you will be like, what is fertilizer? What is this GMO bullshit? Like, you can do that. And again, people have done it, including in India. Not to great extent, but they have done more than enough where it's like, it is doable and it has to be done. Otherwise, we're going to starve to death. So that is there. In India, media support Iran, peaceful community support Iran, but most of the Iran people view and think, see, it's common. It's an old saying, like you will find a lot of supporter for hey and a lot of hater for Gandhi. It's like, it's life. It's life. It's not, universal motor. Yeah, universal motor is very inefficient, very, very inefficient, like 30 to 50% kind of efficient. Have you heard that India today raises Lumar to its conclave? I have no idea what you are referring to, Universal Mot. Okay, Iran should have sent their troops to support Russia. Can China make moon base before USA? If everybody smokes Elon weed, yes. But I have a feeling that this guy, I keep forgetting his name, Jared Isaacman. Uh, Jared Isaacman. So he has understanding that, like, Elon cocaine is not sustainable cocaine. So it's like, okay, Blue Origin could work. And again, let that be very clear. Does that guarantee that Blue Origin will sort everything out before 2030 and have ass on the moon? No. But they have much higher probability than, oh, we're going to refuel this thing. First, we're going to launch some shit. Then we're going to launch a tanker craft. Then we're going to refuel the tanker craft 15 times or 20 times. Or God knows, that number is still not sorted. And then we're going to reveal. I'm like, bitch, just use a third stage. Like, I genuinely do not know what is this retard obsession with like second stage. It's like, it's second stage. Just put third stage. Look at China. Like, China is so logical in this. Like, two medium-sized rocket. You go, you make love with a third stage of both of them. One third stage is the propulsion, another third stage is the payload. You make love in the space, you go into moon. The end. Is Saturn V without the cost? And Elon Musk is like, but what if we did brain damage? What if we took this second stage and put like some bullshit into this? It's like, what if you just deploy the payload? What if you deploy another payload? And now you have the ability to refuel it in one go. But such is life. And again, I have a feeling it will happen. I have a feeling. But it's like, I'm old enough, like, I'm old enough where I remember people's cocaine about, like, Hyperloop. I'm old enough, and again, videos are there. So I'm old enough to understand this, like, a boring company brain damage. Old enough for like what other solar roadway. So I've been around the block, so to say. So I kind of know this sort of things. Is Starlink BS? Not really. But again, I do not know how many people are there, because see, Starlink is the result of corruption. Starlink should not have been needed in America in the scale that it is needed to, simply because they should have been like, bro, we paid private companies millions of dollars annually to lay down the fiber, and all the telecommunication company was like, that's what happened. So. Will Trump lose mid-term election? I don't think. And again, I have no understanding of what it's like popularity contest, right? You can't remove him from office until his 4 years is over. So I do not know. Like, I could be missing something, but that's the whole point. Why can't induction cooker manufacturers use a SMPS system for their ultra high frequency, very low voltage, high current for copper aluminum cooker to support? I'm not getting what you're saying. They already have SMPS kind of power division system, so I'm not getting what you're referring to. To check which people are control of central reserves, and also check the powerful rich families, rich child are fellas. Yeah, does not matter. See, there are people who in position of power control you, but here's the deal. They always do that because you allow them. That's one good thing about human civilization, that the crown is heavy, and second, crown never stays still. Empires have come and empires have fallen. So it always happens. This is the right time to make a video about seaweed biofuel. Please don't expose seaweed biofuel in thumbnail or title. Hey? I have made that detailed videos like how to give India's independence. But everybody is like, nope. Oh, on other news. Finally, I have this. So I used this robo. So they did laser cutting for me. It was not that expensive. So practically speaking, you can have your own this, so to say, without too much cost. Meaning you're looking at like 1500 for the handle. Handle is from. Hold on, let me show you where handle is from. Handle is from this. So basically, I took out the handle from that, 3D printed the plastic jaws, and then once I got the geometry down, then I created a DXF file in Fusion 360 and sent it for laser cutting. 4 sheets of mild steel 5 mm. That's how I got the, like, right puppy. And this is the first time I have metal 3. It's heavy as hell. Like, this is too overweight, but like they did not have 5 mm aluminum. So I was like, okay. But I am happy with this. Like this is, I wanted it. This is like, yeah. While I have not welded it, and I don't think I'm gonna weld it. I think I will just gonna use Feviquick. But like, I'm happy. Like finally, finally I have it. No, induction cooker does not manipulate voltage. It remains the same. Again, you are missing the whole data point. What do you mean? Like what are you trying to say? Because again, induction is a high frequency domain. How are you like how does it achieved right now, and how do you want to achieve it? And very important question, have you physically built it? If no, we'll keep going around and round. So that's the whole point. Build it and then problem solve. Do I need pH balance soap for washing solar panel? Nah. I want to say make a clickbait type thumbnail like gas alternative and all. Meh. See, more than enough people have said this. Like more, I'm not the only one. Rudolf Diesel already before me said that. Like, and again, we know this. We know this. It's not like, you know. Sorry, but how you can you understand in-laws need right source of income? Did India invented math? No. See, math is invented parallelly in multiple places. Any civilization that is good and old enough, good as in like it has high trust society, old as in like thousands year has passed, it will create their own mathematical system, be it Chinese system, be it like, you know, basically Asia had it, India had it. And again, the reason why I'm not counting Asia in India is because of Himalayas. Like that was like a blade cutting through this section. And again, other places also. So any civilization that is decently old enough generally creates its own mathematics. I think 3D printer can be converted in CNC if you replace stronger motor and frame. Yeah, that's like saying, oh, I can make a propeller plane into jet engine. I just have to increase the aerodynamics and then have this. It's like, bro, that's not how it works. Like, of course, maybe you can do that with form core, like you know, if you just want to model form. But yeah, even with aluminum, it will fall apart. I'm having good stuff legal so that can't buy from shop. Should be legal in India as well. Have you even tried it? Of course, see, I'm of a very simple mindset. It's like government job is not to do nanny state, and any brain dead people who support government to do nanny stuff, they fundamentally misunderstand how corruption of power happens. Because here's it, like for example, would I ever ban the sale of cigarette? Absolutely not. Will I ever ban the use of cigarette in public place? Yes. Why? Somebody else did not agree to it. Cool, awesome, GG. Now, will I ban the sale of alcohol? No. Would I ban the use of alcohol in public road? Absolutely. Now, same goes with every hard drug also. It's like, what do you want to do with your own body? It's your own goddamn life. It's not for government to come with like, my moral dick is bigger than your dick. It's like, that's not your job. That's not your point. It's like, if you're doing something to your own body, and again, again, age limit, I'm okay with that. You have to have some wisdom to it. So, okay, cool. 18 years, cool. You're like, nah, it's still too young, 21, fine, fine. But again, if you're like, hey, it has to be done in a private dwelling, you can't do that, like, you know, in outdoor and all that, cool, awesome, GG, no problem. But like, oh, you can't do this because I decided that? No, no, no. Was India high trust society in the no? It still is high trust. See, many times we consider India as a like, you know, what you call backwards country until you study Africa or some other country. Be mindful, there are 200 countries, and almost 180 of them are worse condition than India. 180 of them. So, yes, as a logic, helmet should not be mandatory. Was the logic helmet should, no, see, I understand making it what you call mandatory, because again, you are in public domain. For example, everybody else is you know, privy to it. So let's just say somebody caused an accident. Things happen, right? We are human. I'm not talking about malice. I'm talking about not even careless. Like things happen, right? Things happen. That's real life. Yes, if you are wearing helmet, it increases your probability of not dying. And if you're not dying, that's good for everyone. That's why I understand it. So fundamentally, I understand that. Can we make solid oxide fuel cell compact and light enough for using? Again, on paper, like Steel Cell. Yeah, that was the company name. Steel Cell was trying to do that. I do not know what happened to that. Google it. Steel Cell. They had like solid oxide fuel cell. I do not know what happened to it. I want to upgrade inverter and energy storage battery for home. I need your suggestion, but under budget. I don't want to compromise with daily energy needs. Yeah, budget and that does not go together. Like you have to need a blank check. If you do not have blank check, the end. The Himalayas blocked the Mongol Empire from invading India. Yeah, again, right now we do not care about Himalayas, but it had a very, what you call, significant impact on early development of civilization in this part of the earth, so to say. Oh, let me just check. Did somebody did a donation or something? No. Okay, let me drink some water. Your boy is thirsty. Let me drink some water. Unfortunately, like things are heavy. I have to travel on Monday, so I'm working like not only just like the live stream and all that. I have to also make sure I make a video for Monday. So when I go away on Monday, I do not have a what you call laggard. Although topic has been selected and I have finished the presentation, so I'll do the recording after this live stream, and then late night I'll do the editing and all that. But hopefully, knock on wood, if things go well, I'll be fully done so I can relax on Sunday. I have to wash car because again we're gonna traveling on the car for a long distance, so that is there. Not looking forward to it, but there is no alternative. That's gonna be heavy. So why don't we have devices that can convert heat directly into electricity at kilowatt level? We do. It's called Peltier. It's just not efficient. In Gujarat, I'm thinking of bringing law regarding marriage. If you want to do love marriage, you need a parent's permission. Otherwise, marriage will not be registered. It's real. I understand that why government would be so interested. It's like, everybody keeps filing court cases on meaningless things. Like, but again, I do not agree to it because again, what if your parents are wrong? Because again, as long as you are willing to suffer the consequences of your own decision, I'm fine with it. But like, I get it why people are saying that, but I don't accept it. Let's just put it that way. I get it, but I don't accept it. Like this is not something I will do. It's like if your children has to run behind you to get marriage, and again, it's their life. They are not slave to you, so that is there. And again, if you keep forcing this sort of bullshit, they will just live in together. What difference does it make? So fundamentally, like all we are doing is just harming the what you call tiny sliver of hope, faith that is left in the institute known as marriage. If you want to destroy that, be my guest. It's not my department, so to say. Such is life. Things like this does happen. So, talking about war, in the last what you call live stream, last live stream, as in like the live stream I just did before this, somebody suggested that America SATCOM may have again not confirmed yet. Hold on, let me go into Iran. Yeah, America might have kaboomed SHA Shahak system. Basically, it's a big oil depot. So basically, I don't think America is gonna completely delete this place. But the key here is that, it's a very big oil depot. So if you capture this, it creates a what we call check situation for Iran. Because if Iran booms it, everybody who's lending them money knows that you can't repay it. Because again, those things are not something that you can rebuild overnight. It will take like months and years if you are not at war. You are in war, you boom something that crucial. Yeah, even if you are like, okay, I can disable Strait of Hormuz, does not matter. You can't sell yours thing. And China needs money, otherwise they're not going to support you. So if that happens, so basically it will be a check scenario. So it's like you attack, it affects your bank balance today. If you don't attack, it affects your bank balance today. So what they're going to do? Assuming the news that I received in my live stream 1 hour ago is correct, this site has been boomed. So basically they are again, the only way to break this sort of regime is you first break the symbolism, then you remove the money. And this time, let's see whether they successfully remove the money or not. Money is the key here. They have to make sure there is no more moolah, no money. So why don't steam plants use a closed loop system under vacuum so they're boiling? Whenever you are looking into any sort of system, okay, cycle, Brayton cycle, this cycle, that cycle, whatever have you, it needs a massive T delta. As in, your hot has to be very hot, your cold has to be very cold. The gap between those two things define how effective it is. Meaning, if you're boiling something in a vacuum, you're not going to get work out of it. Even if you have megawatts of heat energy, if T delta is not there, you will not be able to extract it. That's the reason. You have to pressurize it. You have to heat it up to bonkers temperature, like 1000 degrees Celsius. Only then you can hit 35 to 45% conversion efficiency. Otherwise, if you're like, okay, what if I just use low temperature? Yeah, that's called organic Rankine cycle. And yes, they are very inefficient. Like you will be lucky to get to 10 to 25% efficiency. That's why we don't use it. T delta, I keep saying that it's about T delta. The higher the T delta, the more energy you can get out of it. If you don't have T delta, it's a nope. It's a nope. Today Trump announced they attacked Iran by B-2 bomber. That's why market is falling. Yeah, my my Nifty 50 investment I think fell. Like I am that guy now. It's like, I bought at the dip, but the dip dipped. So that did happen. That did happen. So that is there. Assuming CO2 in a cylinder, pressure molecules come closer rather than form liquid. This time in temperature molecules straight go further apart. Hey? Now, see, you have to pump more CO2 molecules, so molecular density should reach of a liquid and heat high enough where it's not stiction. So it does require two things. That's why people, when they make a supercritical CO2 demonstration, they put dry ice. So dry ice, once it expands, it increases the molecular count so much that you have molecular count equivalent of a liquid. I think it's called mole. And you have temperature, so they are not stuck in the phase of liquid, so to say. America is not the most powerful bomb. Second only is nuclear bomb. America is not using. Again, I heard right now, like somebody was sharing that America might have dropped it. I do not know what is happening right now. I think so. Okay. So is the balance between pressure and temperature to achieve super? Yes, that's the whole point. That's the whole point. Later more was steam plants close look. Okay. Okay. Just one sweet. Just like sweet. My bright friend chose clothing brand over a tech startup, arguing society over respect, wealth, and citing poor innovation. You might be. He isn't right. Is only money matters. Who knows? Like how it's attached to me, that I do not get. Is like, what do you mean? It's like related to me. I'm not getting that part. Like, what do you mean? What do you mean? My bright friend chooses a clothing brand over tech startup, arguing society only respects wealth and citing poor innovations. You might be related. Isn't this is right? The only money matters. See, money is not the only thing that matters. It's like, do you feel that your suffering is worth it or not? Because again, there are more than enough startups in India. It's not like zero. At some point, TLC was. TCS was also a startup. At some point, everything that now you look into, like, top Nifty 50, all of them were a startup at some point. So it's basically your, what you call, is it difficult in India? Of course it is. But is it impossible? No. No. Difficult? Yes. Impossible? No. Just like sweet spot in the engine. There's judgment saying that even in living a boy is liable to pay the same stuff. Again, if you start to do that, people will, again, it will become slowly over time, marriage will lose value, same it has done in West. Basically, I'm not joking. One of my friend who is in Australia, I said, like, one of his colleagues said, like, I'm gonna propose to my girl. I'm like, cool, awesome. But they already had a kid. They were living together, they already had a kid, now they're gonna propose. I'm like, wait for retirement? So that is it. Music producer, right now I found out pirate size for my sample pack and loops are leaked. Yeesh, such is life. Childhood. Talk about Bengal and its matriarchal system. Do I have to? That's the whole answer. Most of human history information, now people complain not having a cream in the coffee. Yeah. CO2 will not cause a rusting in the turbine as much better. No, supercritical CO2 will dissolve everything. Like it's not what you call harmless environment, and they have to develop coating to make sure the turbines can handle it. In Nifty 50, they are unloading the Bosch Corona time market dip bottom level as unloading stuff to make new position. See, I don't think too much about market. I just keep putting it, keep putting it, keep putting it. I don't have to actually do. And again, the reason why I did not put more is simply because I was worried that court might require me a settlement. And again, thankfully, another friend who lives in India, he did say like, why are you reacting like they're gonna like, put a pew pew to your head and be like, okay, give right now. It's like they're gonna give you 15 to 20 days. That's more than enough to get money out of, coin app. So the more you put there, the easier it is. So the more likely the profit. So I did put some amount. Now I have to buy a lot of things, man. Like air condition. That's the big after basically Monday after the travel. That's what we're gonna deal with. Damn, so much work, man. Like so much work is there. It's like not even a little bit. Like this, that. I still haven't read this. So. Like they have so much judgment, like this meaning apex quote in like 1988, another in 1994, another in 2003, another in 2021. So page number 39. Another in 2012, another in 2007. Damn, like every word, what does this word mean, where this has been established that this is that word meaning. I'm like, damn. This was a very, what you call, thick document. Thick document. Hold on, let me drink some water. Oh, many people might ask, like, what's the point of this sort of parallel jaw action? Here's the deal. This is a hexagon, right? As you can see, this is a hexagon. If I clamp this, you should be able to see it. Hold on, let me move the window there so I'm looking at comfortably. Yep. Yeah. As you can see, it will not twist. Basically, I cannot twist this. And it will not mar or damage this part because again, parallel jaw action. Now again, the jaws are not absolutely parallel, but I do not know whether it's because I did not have enough tolerance in the cut or this is the reality of all the jaws. But this is as close as I've gotten to a real thing. And instead of making like the cheapest I've seen metal one is 3,500, you can make this in less than 1,500 rupees. So basically buy this or cheaper version of this. It is available, the hole punch is available. Buy this or cheaper version of this and just replace the jaws with this, or find someone who has a laser cutting ability of 1 centimeter thick mild steel, although it would be more expensive, but you can do that. So you'll get one piece item. So just having very unfavorable stars. A real corporate is doing my back to back, but simply people like you are suffering like hell. How does India retain their genius? The next such a Satyam. That exact answer would come in future Friday video, unless you are a member. Then you would have already seen it. West Bengal government given too much started every 150,000 was yeah. Again, if you want to destroy someone, give them free goodies. It will kaput them. Again, I've been told that Supreme Court of India is opening a case on that. It's like you can't give someone free money. Like that's not how it works. You can give them food, but you can't food, clothes. You can't just give them raw money for free. Like why would they work? So. See, we don't have legal obligation on wives simply because we are what you are doing. Like you fatten up a pig before slaughtering, right? That's what's happening. Basically, see, women cannot harm anyone who's actually bad. That's why you see that girl that was put in a refrigerator. Like, if you are actually bad, like actually causing harm, kind of, not just like, oh, one time he got angry and slapped me. No, actual harm, like intent to harm. Yeah, women cannot do anything about that. They're just gonna bend over whenever something like that happens. So how do you make sure that only those men survive? You kaput every good man that listens to him. Like, there was this guy, it's a very recent, he got kaputed by his wife because wife was beating him with a stick. Here's the deal, he could have at any point in time, he could have just activated his rage mode, and he just like deleted her. But why did not he? Because we created a virus known as, no matter what a woman does, it's never okay to hit a woman. I'm like, yeah, woman is microwaving a baby, never hit her. Woman is throwing babies in from rooftop, never hit a woman. Woman is trying to actively murder people, don't hit her. So that brain damage was created so women can kaput all the good men. Good men as in men with restraint that apply brakes on it. It's like, okay, I will not do this. Once you delete all of them, then we have Afghanistan 2.0, the Taliban returns. And Taliban just like, did I ask? Did I ask? So that's why we are doing it. And again, it's not for women's benefit. It's women's detriment. But again, long term, it's like building a dam. Day one, it feels every problem is solved. 30 years from now, why we are starving? So it's the same thing. Like, okay, do you have some kind of grip in your past jaw's face? Hey? Do you have some kind of grip in your past jaw faces? I am not getting what you're trying to say. My apologies. Not getting what you're saying. So things like that is, it's a very, what you call, one thing that I have to pay attention to is like learning how long-term things play out, not the short-term one. Short-term one makes it gives you the illusion that you understand. It's the long-term game that defines things, basically. Issues of income missing, absent fire, literally eating. I doubt that. Like, again, I get the sexual stuff, but I don't get that, actually consuming human. That does not make sense. That, again, I hope it's not real. I hope, I wish, I pray it's not true. So, if you could have bought Tata car instead of Maruti, you would have been intact during the crash, not spent thousands of rupees. Yeah, that's bullshit. If a truck hits your car goes kaput. Or worst case scenario, car remains intact, you die. Here's the deal, your car has crumple zone for this exact reason. Because I was fully intact. I want to be intact, not my car. And again, I told you, a lot of people are doing marketing for Tata, but nobody is buying it. Why? It's not really that good. For example, if there was anything in the Tata, it was like just a bit different, I was like, okay, awesome. All they're saying is crash, crash, crash. It's like, I'm not, like, I had it. I had that experience. I did not die. And here's the technician and repairman, yeah, they do not touch Tata, flat out. How do I know? I literally have relatives whose sole job is car salesman. Like, they literally have showrooms, not one, showrooms. And all of them have the same thing. It's like, Tata is like cool, but like Maruti, you can take it to any shop anywhere in the country, and it's like, I got this. Tata, good luck. And again, I'm not gonna take that risk. If you want to, cool, awesome, your life, your choice. That's why like some people do risk it, but I'm not that kind of guy. I'm like, And this, don't be that delusional. Tata is good, but not that good. If it were that good, everybody would have stopped buying Maruti. And again, once you actually have to pay the fuel price, people are like, yeah. It's the same thing. It's like, oh, can I expose myself to the risk? Or I can buy, why not buy a rally car? Rally car survive that. Like, I can give you guarantee that if you hit a truck in a rally car will be completely fine. But you have to have a 5-point harness and that brace and a helmet, then you will survive. So, but then why don't we drive rally car? Mileage. And again, it will destroy everything that it hits. So the car will be fine, but everything it hits will be destroyed. So it's always that sort of balance system, meaning if it suits you, GG, have fun. If it does not suit you, no problem. But don't do marketing shit. Like, unless somebody is paying you, don't do marketing shit. Road rollers are best against crash protection. Forerunner safety was good. See, either it was good or this, it's irrelevant. If you are meant to die, you're gonna die in Tesla. If you're not meant to die, you're gonna survive in a Maruti. The end. Like, at some point, as long as the car is not actively trying to kaput me, I'm fine with it. Like if it has like actively trying to communicate, like, okay, I'm driving and the steering wheel falls apart, yeah, I'm gonna never touch that. That's a different thing. But if it's like, hey, within a reason, the car should function. Like if you have a seat belt and airbag is there and like crash, like, you know, crumple zone is there, if you go in an accident, you should survive. And I survive. I'm like, I'm fine. Me cool. Me happy. Because I can buy a rally car. I can buy, like, you know, whatever car you think is the most robust, like Volvo. Volvo, how do I know Volvo is? That's the only video filled in the market. Like Volvo ran through the building dies, Volvo survives. So again, why can't I buy that? Yeah, I can't afford it. Can't afford to run it. So that's the whole point. Road roller sense like, Pas the puppy have made a recent. Who have flat jaws do not have smooth face. Increased grip. Oh, okay, okay. You have made. It's kind of smooth because cut is smooth. Basically, the file that I sent is smooth, but because it's laser cut, it does have minor serration. It's flat for all intents and purposes. It's flat. So editor, how should a man improve himself? See, how should a man improve himself? The first thing you have to learn is to filter things out. For example, there are good wisdom in old books, but not all of them are applicable today. This is the biggest thing you have to understand, like flat out. Would I say that Jordan Peterson says some good things? Absolutely. Would I say like you should get married because he says that? Hell no. Why? Because he married in the long ago era. His marriage worked out. Your will not. You need proof. Go to a family court near you. That's the whole point. Like you always have to have filter. Like if Andrew Tate says that, like, you know, if you're doing the normal things and all that, you're not gonna be able to afford a Bugatti. That's factually true. Duh. Now, does his method of, like, you know, drop shipping will make you a millionaire? Hell no. No. So that is absolutely true. That's the whole point of being a man, building your own filter. Let that be very clear. Your own filter. You learn, you study, you project, you calculate. Based on that, then you figure out what's something that you're gonna believe and all that. Ride a bike GT. I'm Kharagpur. Election is coming the next 2 months. That's why our government gives free money to youth under a scheme. Yuva Bhatta. Imagine if it was given to young people. And to treat his best. If you like it, cool, awesome. If you like it, cool, awesome. It's not my cup of tea, and definitely he's scamming people. But again, it's like at some point, if you believe that sort of thing, like, oh, he's gonna give you a source of knowledge how you can become a millionaire. I'm like, bro, he became a millionaire by scamming you. It's like, you know, every other day a guru comes in like, buy my this and all that. It's like, bro. But again, I understand it. It's like if somebody can, like, you know, if you are dumb enough to buy it, I'm smart enough to sell it. So I do respect that part of it. Anyway, this has been 1 hour and now I have to do some extra work. Anyway, I'll see you guys next Saturday. Bye.